All right. Okay, so let's get started with tonight's call. Everything tonight is going to be, let me make sure my slides loaded. Yep, they did. Cool. Everything about tonight is going to be on recasting your vision for 2020, because whether we like it or not, 2020 is halfway over. Like, we blinked and we're in the middle of July, and as of today we are officially halfway through July, which is even crazier. So I wanted to take some time tonight for us to go back and revisit the vision that we created for ourselves and for our businesses back in January. So I hope that back in January that you spent some time creating a vision, thinking about where you want to go with your life. But today I want us to do a gut check and kind of just go back to that vision board that we created in January, or those list of goals of things that we wanted to achieve this year. And I want us to do a little evaluation and see where we are at in terms of actually reaching those goals, because maybe you're showing up here today and you're nowhere near where you thought you would be. Or maybe you're ahead of the game in one area of your life, but maybe you're a little bit behind in something else. So we are just going to go back today. We are going to do a lot of reflecting and just a lot of thinking about where we are right now in reference to our vision that we created for this year, and then also thinking about where we want to finish this year, because we have 5.5 months of the year left, you guys. Like, we have plenty of time of achieving the goal of us being an elite team this year, and of all of you hitting Success Club consistently, rank advancing to Diamond, growing your businesses, and really just starting to make some change and like make some impact with all of the work that we are doing here. So I'm going to try to slow down and not talk so fast, because I was doing the new coach training call last night and I felt like I got to the end of it and I was like, you were talking so fast. Like, you just need to slow down. But I feel like I just get so excited about what we talk about on our calls that I just talk really fast because I'm excited. So I'm going to try really hard to slow down and go through everything slower. But so, like I said, I want you to think back on the last 6 months of 2020. And I found this quote online, and it says, take time to reflect on the last 6 months. You'll come out with a refreshed focus on your goals. And that is my objective for tonight's call. I want us to leave this call with a refreshed focus on where we are right now, getting super aware of where we are today, and then also getting super focused on where we are going, where we are headed. So I want you to think about, in the last 6 months, what were your wins? What have been your wins? So for Chrissy Dillon, this could be that you started your business and you became a success starter. That is a win. Getting invited to be in a test group, that's a win. Those of you who have rank advanced to Emerald in the last 6 months, that is a win for you. If you have hit Success Club any out of the last 6 months, those are all wins. If you have completed a workout program from start to finish, all of those are wins and things that we need to recognize and celebrate, and not just look past them like they're nothing. We need to acknowledge that we excelled in those areas. So, and I want you to think about what is working really well for you right now. So whether that be your business, your workouts, your personal development, like your routines, your habits, what is working really well for you right now? Because those things are things that we need to continue. And then we also need to look at what things aren't working so well. What are the things that I need to improve on? Maybe what are some of the failures that I've had over the last 6 months? Because failure is only failure if we don't learn something from it. As long as we learn something from it and we keep moving forward, then it's not a failure. It's just a learning opportunity that is going to help get us closer to where we want to go. So maybe there's some habits that you need to change. Maybe you need to start going to bed earlier. Maybe you need to start getting up earlier. That's me, because I've transitioned over this last month to completely owning my schedule and having all of the freedom in the world that I want. But I've also let that make me slack on what time I actually get up every single morning. And I've been sleeping in and then feeling like half my day is wasted because it's 11 or 12 o'clock by the time I do my morning routine and work out and shower and get ready for my day. So, like a good example for me with this is something that I need to improve is my habits for when I go to bed and when I wake up every day. And then having a set schedule every single day of these are my work hours, these are my flexible hours that I can kind of do what I want. And this is when I'm going to work on the podcast. This is when I'm going to work on content for my social media or for YouTube or IGTV or whatever, and just get more intentional with my time. And I know that's probably something that we can all say that we need to work on a little bit. And then the last thing that I want you to think about is what's missing. What's missing from your life right now? Where are there some gaps that you need to fill in? So I found another quote for us. It says, reflect on what's working well. These are the areas that you can leverage for future success. So I want you to think about those things that are working well. So Sam, the things that you did last month to hit Success Club 14, I want you to really sit down and think about what did I do to actually hit that goal? And I want you to write those things down. And I want you to make sure that you are continuing to do those things going forward. Because especially when we work really hard for something, like you went a couple months where you had some Success Club points on the board, but you didn't actually hit Success Club. And now that you are in this place where you're like, okay, I know how to hit Success Club. I know how to get there. I've done it before. There's proof that I can do it. But we don't want to get too relaxed. We don't want to forget about those things that actually helped us achieve that goal. We want to make sure that we bring those tasks to the forefront of our mind and make sure that we are still doing them and showing up to do them every single day so we can continue to see success in that area. And then, excuse me, guys, think about the areas where you have seen success. What can you take? What habits, what tasks, what kind of mindset can you take from that and apply to this other area that you're struggling with? So if you have been doing amazing with your workout routine and your personal development routine, but you haven't been doing so hot with business hours, what is it about the routine that you have created for your morning, for your workouts, for your personal development? What aspects of that can you take to implement a business routine? So set work hours, like is it that it's a certain time of day? Do you listen to a certain kind of music? Do you listen to a podcast before you get started? Like think about things that could be kind of triggers for you to get you to implement those same kind of habits into the area that you're struggling with. So the next thing that I want us to think about when it comes to recasting our vision. So at this point, we have looked back at what the vision was that we set at the beginning of the year. And we've kind of evaluated and said, okay, I'm doing really, really good in this area. I'm on track to be here by the end of the year. But in this other area, I'm not doing so hot. But at the same time, I don't know if that's necessarily still as important to me. Maybe I need to reevaluate a little bit. So I want you to sit down. You'll have to do this after the call, and think about where do you want to be in 10 years? So what is that big, massive vision that you have for your life, for your career, for your relationships, for your business, for your financial future, for your spiritual relationship? Like, what is it? Where do you want to be in 10 years? What is that ultimate vision of the best life that you can imagine for yourself? And then we're going to cut that in half and go, okay, where do I want to be in 5 years? And kind of think, okay, what is realistic? What do I think I can achieve in the next 5 years? And don't be afraid to dream so big, you guys. This 10-year and 5-year dream so big. Challenge yourself. Like if you write something down as a goal for yourself, double it. Think bigger. Think as big as you can possibly imagine. And if it doesn't scare you, then it's not big enough. Like, keep going. So after you do 5 years, I want you to think about where you want to be at the end of this year. So the end of 2020. Where do you want to be in your business? What rank do you want to be? How many new people do you want to have helped get started on this journey? Is there a specific income number that you are really hoping that you hit by the end of this year? How many workout programs do you want to complete? How many, like, what kind of person do you want to be in terms of your nutrition, of how you treat your body, of how you show up every day? Think about those things. And then I want you to think in the short term and think about, where do you want to be just at the end of this month? So we have 16 more days of this month. Where do I want to finish this month? Where am I at now? And what do I need to do to get there? We have to be crystal clear on this. So for focusing on 2020, we're going to think about, on December 31st, 2020, what do I want to be celebrating? And we're just going to focus on business today, since this is like our main focus right now. So what rank do you want to be recognized at? What do you want your weekly income to be? How many new coaches do you want to have on your team? How many Success Club points do you want to have on average every single month? Because remember, our Success Club points translates into the impact that we are making. The more Success Club points we have means the more women or men that we are helping get started on this journey, to give them the opportunity to change their life. So it's not just about points, but every single one of those points is a person that is being impacted by following your journey, is being inspired by getting to see you show up for yourself every single day. So I want you to think about that and start writing them down. And I want to share with you my 2020 vision for the end of this year when it comes to my business. So I created this the other day, and I actually set it, if I can close all this stuff, I set it as the background on my computer. So every single time I open up my computer, this is what I see. Oh, sharing is paused. Bring your window to the front. How do I do that? Well, I was trying to show you my thing, but oh well. So I have my vision that you see here set as my background on my computer, so I see it every single day. But my vision for December 31st, 2020, y'all hear the dogs barking, is to be a 5-star diamond coach. So that means every single one of you on this call being diamond and advancing your business and unlocking the potential that comes with being a diamond coach. Being a 2021 elite coach. So us being an elite team. So literally being in the top of the entire company. I know without a doubt with everything in me that is possible. I want us to be in the top 200 of the whole company. I know we can do that. I know that we have the power of our stories. If you listen to Kendra Hall today, if you haven't had a chance to listen to her, please make time to go back and listen to the training that she did in the Beachbody Champions page. It was incredible. If you don't have her book, Stories That Stick, I would highly recommend it. But I want us to be in the top 200 because every single one of us has an inspiring and powerful story to tell. Every single one of us has a vision for our life that is going to inspire other people to want to take action and to live a better, more energetic, more fulfilled, more fun life. And we have a mission. We talked about this mission on the webinar that we did week before last, the What is Coaching webinar. We talked about our mission as a team to help people live healthier, happier, more fulfilled lives, to give people a community. And we can achieve these goals. I know that we can. We just have to buckle down, remember the reason why we're doing this, and get super laser focused on where we're headed. I want to be earning $2,000 a week as a coach. That way I can say that I'm making it, that I do not have to go back to the corporate world. I want to plan and host our first team retreat, probably in Gatlinburg. And I'm shooting for hopefully having that sometime in October or November. I'm going to start actually looking at the calendar and starting to plan that. It's actually going to be something that you need to qualify for. So it's probably going to be for everyone who advances their business to diamond by a certain date. So I'm going to actually start planning that stuff next week. I want to consistently hit Success Club 20 or higher, because that would mean I'm helping 10 people every single month. So, and I think that is totally doable. And then I also want to recruit 10 new coaches to join our team every single month. So that is my 2020 vision. So I want you to think about yours. So what is your 2020 vision? And now, so we know what our goals are, but why do we want to achieve those goals? So we need to think about and go back to what are our values, our core values of what makes us who we are, those things that are the most important to us. So maybe that is feeling secure, so security. Maybe it is authenticity, honesty. Maybe it is our health. Maybe that is a value. Maybe it is being like self-sufficient and being able to support ourselves and not have to depend on anyone else. Maybe it is just to make an impact. Like we just want our life and our journey, our choices that we make, we want them to matter to other people, to inspire them. So your values are then going to influence your why. So your why is going to be like for Sam, it's going to be Elise, to give Elise the best life that you can. For Christy, it's going to be able to make sure that you have security financially in your future. And like everyone has a different why, and that is okay. And something that Kendra talked about today that I really loved was that everyone's why is different. And sometimes it doesn't have, like, it might not make sense in this moment. Like sometimes your why is just because this is what feels right in this season of my life. This is what feels right in my gut, in what I feel like God is calling me to do. So that is enough. So don't feel like you have to have some big, like, off the wall why that blows everybody away or like is super emotional. It can just be because this is what feels right for you. And this is where you feel like God is planting you to sow some seeds, and one day you're going to reap the harvest. So then your why is going to be what fuels your goals and makes you show up every single day to work to achieve those goals, to take the actions that you need to take every single day to actually make them a reality, to help them come true. And lastly, the strongest factor for success is self-esteem. Believing you can do it, believing you deserve it, and believing you'll get it. So none of the rest of this matters. The vision board doesn't matter. The goals that you write down don't matter if you do not truly believe that you can actually achieve it, that you are worthy of achieving it, that you are enough in this moment just as you are, that you are exactly where you need to be. You're learning the things that you need to learn. And there's a reason that you have not already seen the success that you want. There's a reason that you haven't hit Success Club yet as a coach, or why you haven't advanced your business to diamond yet. There's a reason. You're not ready for that yet, if that's the case. You're still learning something that is going to help you to actually handle that next step, that next advancement in your business when you get there. Right now, I probably could not handle, I'm not ready to be a 5-star diamond elite coach yet, but I know that I will be. I know that I'm going to put my all into this business and into mentoring you guys every single day, every single week. And I know that I am worthy of achieving that goal. I know that we are worthy as a team, that we are smart enough, that we are capable enough, we are disciplined enough, and we know exactly what it takes to get there. We just have to keep showing up and putting in the work every single day for long enough for the slight edge, for the compound effect to kick in and to get us there. So I've told you guys about this before, but when I was at Summit one year, I'm like so disappointed that we are not all together at Summit right now. Y'all don't even know. But virtual Summit has still been really great this week, and our calls and everything that we've done this week have really helped. But I had this moment at Summit one year when I was listening to one of the speakers. I can't even remember who the coach was, but she was a top coach. She was speaking to us in like the Diamond leadership training, and I just had this moment of like, if I don't quit, I will make it. Like the people who fail in this business, the people who don't succeed are the people who give up. They're the people who stop showing up when things get hard. They're the people who stop inviting because 3 people in a row told them no. They're the people who stop sharing their journey because only 5 people liked their post or only 10 people actually saw their Instagram story. The people who don't succeed are the people who don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in the opportunity that is right at their fingertips to completely change their life forever. And I just had this moment of like, I am in this. Like, I am in this from now until the end of my life because this business matters. The work that I do matters. It's making an impact. It's changing people's lives, even if it's one person a month, even if it's only 3 people a month, whatever it is, like the work that I am doing is something that matters and is changing people's lives. And I know that I believe deep down in my core that I am worthy of being successful at this business and that I'm capable of doing it. So, like this quote says, you have to believe you can do it. And every single one of you on this call has the abilities and the discipline to do this. You do. You have to believe that you deserve it. So maybe that's what's holding you back. Maybe you have a limiting belief of what you actually deserve, what is like actually made for you in your life, what you are worth achieving. And it is anything that is on your heart. Any dream or goal or aspiration that is on your heart, maybe it's been on your heart for 10 years. Maybe it's something brand new. Whatever it is, you are worthy of achieving it and you are capable of achieving it. And then you have to actually believe that you'll get it, that you'll make it, that you will be a success, that you will be one of the people who is walking across that stage on Summit next year when we get to be in person with each other. And you get to wave that flag that you're a star diamond coach or you're a 2-star or a 3-star. You get to hear your name announced on the national wake up call that you're one of the brand new diamond coaches of the week. You get to go on the Success Club trip next year to where are we going? To Mexico to stay at the Hard Rock Resort. You get to go and you get to take your husband on this trip, or your boyfriend or your best friend or your mom. You get to take them on this free trip that you earned. And you get to work out with the super trainers in person. You get to meet the super trainers. You get to have a conversation with them. You get to hang out with the rest of our team in person and feel that community and the sisterhood that we have on this team. Like, not just us, but our entire upline of coaches who are just simply incredible. So you have to believe that you can actually achieve that. And something that I didn't put in the slides, but that I want to mention is I would love for us to start a practice as a team of picturing our vision. So part of your morning routine, you get up, you drink your go-go juice, you listen to a podcast, or you read some personal development in your devotion before you press play on your workout. Set a timer for 5 minutes and just start visioning the coach that you are going to be on December 31st. Envision yourself getting announced on the national wake-up call as a diamond. Envision yourself in your mind as clear, as crystal clear as you can of that paycheck that is going to pay your mortgage for the month and pay your grocery bill. Like, whatever that is, whatever you are visioning for where you are going to be at the end of this year, I want you to just spend 5 minutes, set a timer, close your eyes, and just picture yourself on December 31st in that moment celebrating every single thing that you achieved, every single thing that is on your vision board for this year. And every single day that you do it, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard to picture yourself in that moment, to picture yourself as a person who has grown as much as you will need to grow between now and then to achieve those goals, because you're going to have to grow to get there. Like, think about, who am I going to have to become to actually become this diamond coach who's a leader, who has a team? Who am I going to have to become a coach who actually shows up the way that I need to show up every single day to earn the income that my family needs right now? What kind of person am I going to have to become to actually like run my own accountability group and like take this thing off on my own and do this my own way, my own thing, make this totally 100% my own thing? Like, what kind of person am I going to have to become? And that's what you think about. That's what you picture. What are you wearing? How is your hair fixed? What does your body look like if you have a transformation that you want to make between now and then? Picture your bank account. What is your bank account going to look like? What's that number going to say? When you picture your coach online office, when you log in and that homepage pops up, what is that rank that it says right there? Think about that. So believe that you can do it because you can. Get crystal clear on what it is that you actually want. And let's just freaking do it. Let's go for it because we are going to do this. We're going to be an elite team. We are going to celebrate all this. We are going to have a retreat in October or November where we can get together and finally squeeze each other in person. And we are going to do big things with the rest of this year. I know that we are. But it all starts with us individually getting crystal clear on where we want to go and then bringing that together as a team. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to open it up to anybody if anyone would like to share anything or if you have any thoughts or questions or anything at all. Nope. Everybody quiet tonight?
Well, you're amazing. Thank you for all of your pep. Um, as one of your coaches, I resonate with everything you've just said. You've known my journey, and
Good.
I'm just now finding my go back,
You're
my
gonna get it?
business go, and it's coming. And I know that all of those goals that you have set, like I have those, I want those, and it may not be by the end of 2020, but it's definitely going to be by the end of 2021. I'm not saying that I can't get it by 2020, but
Yes.
it's gonna happen, and we're gonna be there.
Yes. We are gonna do
So
it.
thank
I
you.
have no doubt. And that's just the thing, like, if we're gonna do it, like we have to go back to the basics. We have to be inviting every day. Like I posted in the Radiant Empire group earlier today, like something I was thinking about. I was like, do people who are watching my stories every day actually know they can do this with me? Am I
Yeah.
reminding them every single day? Because, okay, how many times do people have to hear something before they're actually ready to talk about it or ready to commit to doing it? Like 7 to 10 times. So, am I reminding these people every single day that, like, hey, you can do this with me? You can join my boot camp. You can join my team as a coach. You can do this. Hey, message me if you want more information. Like, I get stuck in this like place, and I know you guys probably do too, where I'm like, I don't want to talk about it every single day, but then you look at the top coaches in the whole company who are hitting like Success Club 50 every single month and recruiting 10 to 12 new coaches every single month. They're inviting every single day. They are keeping it at the forefront of everyone's mind that you can do this too. And we just have to be totally unapologetic about it because the opportunity that we have to share with people is completely life changing. And if somebody gets annoyed with us sharing how we've completely transformed our lives for the better, then they can just unfollow me. Like, bye. Like, I don't need you in my life anyways because you're probably going to bring me down. Like, and that's why I think that Tracy's laughing. That's so funny. Like, I want I want to get on these calls with you guys every single week. I want to do power hours together, even when I'm not even really on. You can't see my face or anything. But like I want to be in community with you guys because you guys are the people who are the most positive, the most energetic, the people who lift me up every single day and encourage me to do more with my life. Not the people who are on Instagram who don't like what I post or people who want to run their mouth and talk about what I do and make fun of it. Bye. Peace out. Like, I don't need you in my life because you become the average of the people you spend the most time with. And that is the people who I want to get on calls with. That's the kind of people who I want to join our team and to start doing this with us. Those are the people who I want to connect with on social media. And if they don't like it, then they can unfollow me. And that's fine. We don't have to be friends. Like, there's no rule that you got to be friends with everybody because you're not going to get along with everybody and you're not going to have the same vibe. And that is a-okay. So we just got all of that to say. We just have to be unapologetic about sharing what we have here because it does have the potential to completely change people's lives. Like, just look at yourself. Like, and with everything that Kendra Hall shared today, like, that try to think back on your life of different stories that you can tell to connect with people, because people only want to join up and do things with people that they know, people that they trust. And stories is the way for them to get to know you. Telling stories about who makes you who you are, and some, even if it seems like some dumb little nothing little moment in your day, but if you can tell a story, that this helps them connect with you. It builds that connective tissue with them to where even though they've never met you in person, they're replying to your Instagram stories and they're like, I feel like I know you even though we've never met, because you have been so real and authentic with them and shared your story of how where you used to be and where you are now and the solutions that got you there. I feel like I'm talking so much. And it's hot out here, you guys. And I was had all the hand actions going. I was into this, so I'm sweating. Oh, does anybody else want to
I
share?
like it, like where Kendra Hall was saying today, like our why doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be like a huge, massive thing. Because so many of the coaches that come on like the wake up call, they've had like these huge transformations or these like horrible like I had nowhere else to turn. You know, I was gonna
Right,
be homeless or whatever. And I'm always like, I don't have a big
that's me.
why. Like
Hmm.
I'm like, nothing exciting happens in my life, which I'm good with. But like, so I liked how she talked about it didn't have to be some big major life event.
Right. It doesn't have to be like I was at rock bottom and this was my only way out, because not everybody's story is like that. And there are plenty of top coaches in the whole company that do not have a story like that. Like for example, I don't know if y'all have ever seen Christina Delgado, but she is like in the top, she's not in the top 10, but she's probably like top 20 or 30, and she has been for the last few years. She was a lawyer. Like, she was making bukus of money. Like, she did not need this business for the income. She didn't. She didn't have like any kind of. I also heard a story of a coach who was super successful who was a CPA, so did the exact same thing that I did. And neither one of them like had this horrific I'm at rock bottom story. They just like wanted more for their life. They wanted something more. They needed to get their health back for their family. And it turned into coaching in the business, and they loved it and they fell in love with the community, and they completely were able to walk away from being an accountant and being a lawyer, and now this is what they do. And so I like that you brought that up, just because you don't have to have a story like that to be successful. Anybody can be successful in this business if they're just willing to be consistent and put in the work and show up. And just like I said earlier, just truly never give up on themselves and believe that it's actually possible for them to succeed. Sam, I feel like you were getting ready to share.
No, I was just explaining to mom like what we were talking about,
Oh,
giving her the lowdown on how to be a coach.
yeah.
I know how to be a mama. I don't know how to be a coach.
Same
Well,
thing.
I think I kind of have a hard time like just sharing a lot about like how you're talking about like can you do our followers know they can do this with me? Like I feel like I share things, but I'm never like you can do this too. And so I think maybe it would be helpful like if we kind of think about different ways. Like it doesn't always have to be like a sweaty I'm done working out, like you can do this too, woo. It can be like talking about dinner, like this is my yummy delicious meal, like you can learn to make yummy delicious meals like this too that are really healthy. Or here's me going on a walk outside with my mom and my daughter, like I used to not have energy to do that, now I do. You can have this kind of energy too, like
Exactly.
and then that kind of like incorporates your why. It incorporates things that other people like really want to do. And so I'm going to try to keep that in mind. Like it's not always you can join my team and work out with me, but it can be simple as do you want to eat healthy too? Like, I have a solution for that problem.
Right. Or do you want to have energy to chase your toddler around? Do you want to
Anymore.
have energy left at the end of the day to go on a walk with your family, to
Yeah.
like any of those things? Just believe in yourself more, like anything. But that's a really good example of those stories that you can tell. So that's like another thing that Kendra talked about today, is that it can be the tiniest little thing that you think like doesn't even matter. But just as you go throughout your day-to-day life, like start to notice little moments that you could talk about and to tell a story, to like just let people get to know you, and also like weave that in to what you have to offer through coaching and through your groups and everything. Like
Yeah.
about, for example, like Autumn shared a post of her with a bike, and she told the story of when she learned how to ride a bike for the first time. And so then she interweaved that into like the support that she had when she learned to ride a bike, and like compared that to the support that you get when you do ultimate portion fix. So like it doesn't, and she also talked about like how to like if you have a story that you want to tell but you don't have a photo to share, or if you have a really, really good photo that you want to use, but you don't have a story. So she talked about just like not getting so caught up in like things having to be like just so. Like, think about like the Autumn's picture with the bike. Like, she probably didn't take that picture with intentions of telling the story about learning how to ride a bike. It was just something that sparked in her memory that she could talk about. And I have really tried to think about, when I'm creating content and creating posts, of okay, how can I tell a story through this? So either something that happened today or something that happened previously in my life in the past, that I can tell a story that will relate to whatever my objective is for this post. So like if I'm wanting somebody to comment or give me suggestions, or if I'm wanting somebody to take action and like ask for more information to join my group, or if what I'm just like breadcrumbing about the business, like how can I tell a story, like what I shared last night about the new coach call. I told a story about the very first time I ever hosted a team call and how nervous I was, but how like I still did it anyway. And like even though there was just a couple people on, like I still showed up and did it anyway. And now like look where I am 4.5 years later. So any little thing like that is really great for ways to just interweave stories about your life into what you're sharing. But while as we wrap things up, what I would love for you guys to do, I will save the slides from tonight if you guys want and post them. That way you can go back and look at them. But I would love for you guys over the next couple of days to just sit down and really think about what your vision is for the end of the year. Duke. And think about what is your vision and kind of create your own vision board for the end of 2020 and print it out and put it in your workspace. So beside your computer, beside your bed, wherever, like somewhere where you're going to see it every single day. And that will give us something to focus on, because if we don't know where we're headed, then we'll hit it every single time. But if we know where we're going, then that is going to give us a clear path to follow of where we're going, where we're headed, and how to get there. So, does anybody have any last comments or questions?
Do we want to talk anything about Team Cup?
Oh, yeah, Team Cup. So, Team Cup is next month. We need to sign up. I need to go back and look at the exact qualifications for it. I'm pretty sure that you can only have 1 or 2 diamonds or star diamonds on your team. So I don't think any of you guys will have trouble finding a team. But like I was telling Christy yesterday or the day before, is I would kind of love for us to branch out a little bit and not necessarily make up a team of all of us. I would kind of like us to branch out maybe into the DFG group or the Dynasty group and find some other new coaches to work with. That way we can start building some new relationships, build some new friendships, and also just kind of see how other coaches are doing things. And I know personally for me, if I'm on a team with other people who maybe I'm not as comfortable with, I'm going to show up better and I'm going to work harder because I don't want to let them down. So, you guys can kind of let me know what you think about that. But I just think it would be a good opportunity for us to get to know some other people on our bigger team and get some new ideas on how to do our business and give us a little bit more initiative to push ourselves a little bit harder. Y'all down for that?
I'm good with that. How many new coaches do we have right now? Like, I know Carrie's doing it.
Carrie, I have 3 new coaches, but I'm not sure if any of them actually want to build the business or not. There is a couple of them that I think are kind of interested in it. But really for Team Cup, like you need somebody that is really like all in.
I think on the Boss Babes page, they have like a thread where you can post if you need a team or want a team.
Yeah, they do. Or if we want to keep it like in our like dynasty downline, we can post in those groups as well. But I just like personally myself, like I just want to work with some people who I know are going to be like, this is like, we're hitting Success Club 20, like non-negotiable. Like I need somebody to push me like super hard. So, and I think we all need that. I think we all need like a little bit of new perspective and a little bit more like fire under our butt to make things happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because seriously, y'all, like, if we're going to hit elite, if you're going to become a diamond coach, like, Success Club every single month has become non-negotiable for you. So, like, no matter what, pull out all the stops. Like, I am going to hit Success Club every single month, no matter what. Believe it in your gut. Like, when I was first building my business, it was no question of whether or not I was going to hit Success Club or not. It was just a given. Like, I never had another thought in my brain of, like, what if I don't? Or what if I can't find anyone to talk to? Or what if no one's interested? Like, I never thought like that. Like, I truly just had this unwavering belief that I was going to find 3 people to help every single month, and I never doubted that. And that is what has helped me to build a successful business to where I am today. But literally, Success Club is the foundation. Like, we've got to hit Success Club every single month, no matter what. Because even if you do rank advanced to diamond, but you're not hitting Success Club every month, then you're not going to be getting the full benefits of actually being a diamond. You're probably not going to hold your rank. You're probably going to drop rank very soon if you're not actively hitting Success Club. If you're not hitting Success Club, then there is a portion of like Beachbody leads, customers in the lead program that you don't get. If you don't hit Success Club, you don't get them. If you don't hit Success Club, there's something else. What is it? Like everything with like the road to elite. So like becoming a team builder, a team leader, then a premier team and an elite team, like you have to hit Success Club in order to get those points. And in order for like, for example, like if you get a certain number of points in a category and then you hit Success Club, then those points double. But if you don't hit Success Club, then they don't double or they don't count or something. So like Success Club every single month from July through the end of the year, through basically literally through the end of whenever you're done building your business, like it has to be non-negotiable. We have to make it happen. So I know, like Sam, I think you have 2 points. Christy, you have 2 points. Tracy even has 2 points. She's on the board. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
I saw that today and I was so excited.
I'm going to try for more.
You're not going to try. You're going to do it. Don't try over here on this.
I know. I just don't ever know what to say.
Well, we have a Google Drive that has tons of examples. If you don't know what to say, screenshot it and text it to me, and I will tell you what I would say. And a lot of times, like, people are super scared to invite or talk to people because they're afraid of what to say. Like, well, what am I going to say if they do say yes? But, like, don't be afraid of that, because the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, the more comfortable you'll get at it. Just ask them. And like, if you don't know what to say, screenshot it and send it in the group chat on WhatsApp or text it to me personally, and I'll help you with it. Even if you want to like hop on, I'm gonna mute you, Sam. Even if you want to hop on like a 3-way call, with like me, you, and the other person, and me kind of
Okay.
explain to them like everything and how it works, because I think if you hear me explain it, or you see the way I would explain it through a text message, then you'll be able to do it yourself the next time.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
I
So let's
just,
plan on that.
I can in person, I can tell them how great it is. But then when it comes down to the price, it's like, that's when I lose everybody. So, and I'm like, $4 a day. You spend that on fast food.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just their mindset.
Yeah.
Just like a lady that volunteers at our work. One lady, my coworker, she's the one that purchased it because she's seen me doing it for so long and she knows it works. But the other lady, she's just like, she come in today. I thought she was going to. I bought some Slim Fast, and it's not the same thing.
Pour your money down the drain.
Do
That's
what?
just hungry.
I said you might as well just pour your money down the drain.
I know. She comes in
But-
with all these protein shakes, and I just shake my head.
Yeah. But the next time that you have somebody that is interested that you want to talk to, let me
Okay.
know, and I'll either like help you with the messages, or if they're comfortable, because sometimes people are not comfortable like getting on the phone or getting on Zoom or something.
Yeah.
But that goes for all of you. Like if you ever have somebody that you need a little extra help, like just talking to them and explaining things, because I think a lot of times some people just need like an additional perspective on stuff. And like honestly, I've been doing this for 5 years, so I've gotten pretty good at explaining everything. And even like when it comes to objections, like I'm pretty good at helping people to see the value in actually like what they're getting and the money that they're spending. So just let me know the next time you have somebody, and we'll kind of tag team it together.
Okay. I keep telling myself every day, I'm gonna make a post. I'm gonna invite, and then it's like I'm a chicken.
You can
We
do
should
it. You just have to do it.
Thread.
Do
Me
what?
and Christy have a text thread. We can add you to it. Be like, did you do your things? That's what it took for us.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the accountability. You got to have that accountability.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, add me.
All right, you guys. Well, I want to see your vision boards. So whenever you get them done, you can make them on Canva, or you can do like paper, or you can print stuff out, whatever you want to do. But I want to see your updated vision boards. Please either save them and share them, or take a picture of them and post them in the Radiant Empire group this week, because I think that will really help just like relight the fire in us and give us that clear destination of where we want to go by the end of the year. And if you need help, like Tracy, for example, like where you're just like getting back into things, maybe you don't even know where you want to go. You're like, what are my options? Like what should I put? Like we can schedule some one-on-one calls if we need to, and just kind of go from there and work on it together.
Okay.
So I'm going to stop